Imagine receiving a voicemail, so eerie it sends shivers down your spine. A voice whispering, "Don't come home." In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the humdrum of daily life, a mystery was unfolding. A woman named Sarah, a regular 9-to-5er, was about to step into a chilling enigma that would shake her to the core. This was no ordinary day at work, and the voicemail she was about to receive was far from ordinary. It was a day like any other when Sarah's phone buzzed with an incoming voicemail. But as she pressed play, the bustling office faded into the background. The voice on the other end of the line was unrecognizable, distorted, and ghostly. It was like a whisper from the shadows, a hushed warning from an unseen stranger. The message was brief, yet chilling to the bone. All it said was, "Don't come home." The voice was not that of a friend, nor of a family member. It was not a voice she recognized at all. It was a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of a nightmare, a voice that seemed to defy explanation. It was a voice that left Sarah frozen in her tracks, her heart pounding in her chest, her mind swirling with questions. What could this message mean? Who was the shadowy figure behind this haunting communication? And why were they warning her not to return to her own home? As the voicemail ended, the world around Sarah came back into focus. The office chatter, the clatter of keyboards, the hum of computers, it all seemed so mundane, so ordinary. Yet Sarah was far from feeling ordinary. She was standing on the precipice of a mystery, teetering on the edge of an enigma that was as chilling as it was baffling. Sarah was left with a chilling mystery on her hands. Who sent this message and why? But little did she know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would lead her down a path of fear, intrigue, and the uncanny. A journey into the heart of the unknown. Haunted by the message, Sarah began an investigation of her own. The voicemail had left her with an unsettling knot in her stomach, an eerie echo of the words, "Don't come home," ricocheting in her mind. As the minutes turned into hours and the hours into days, Sarah found herself consumed by the need to unearth the origins of this cryptic communication. She started by attempting to trace the call. The digits on the screen were unfamiliar, but she hoped they could provide a clue. However, her efforts were met with disappointment. The number was disconnected, a dead end in the labyrinth that was becoming her life. It was as if the call had never happened, as if it was a specter that had vanished into the ether. Undeterred, Sarah turned to her close circle. She questioned her friends, her family, anyone who might have an inkling about the call. But no one could provide any answers. The voicemail was a puzzle, a piece of a larger enigma that no one else seemed to see. Their puzzled faces only deepened her frustration, the mystery of the voicemail growing more intricate with each passing moment. In a desperate bid for answers, Sarah decided to involve the authorities. She approached her local police department, hoping they would be able to shed some light on the situation. However, they too were left baffled. The officers scratched their heads, their brows furrowed in confusion as they listened to the haunting message. They promised to look into it, but their doubtful expressions did little to quell Sarah's growing anxiety. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Sarah found herself at a standstill. Each lead she followed, each path she took, seemed to lead her back to the beginning. The investigation, it seemed, was leading nowhere. The voicemail remained an enigma, its origins as elusive as the voice on the tape. The investigation was leading nowhere, and the mystery of the voicemail deepened. The words, "Don't come home," echoed in her mind, a haunting refrain in the symphony of her life. Unbeknownst to Sarah, her house held secrets that were about to be unlocked. As the echoes of the mysterious voicemail lingered in her mind, the once familiar corners of her home began to twist into something far more sinister. The everyday became the extraordinary, the mundane morphed into the mysterious. Sarah woke one morning to find her living room in disarray. Her favorite vase, previously perched on the highest shelf, lay shattered on the floor. Not a single gust of wind, not a single soul in sight. Yet the vase had seemingly moved on its own. It was as though invisible hands had played a cruel trick on her. Then, there were the doors. The creaking, groaning doors that seemed to open and close of their own accord. Sarah would leave a room, only to return and find the door ajar. She would wake in the dead of night to the sound of a door slowly creaking open, the eerie noise slicing through the silence like a knife. It was as if the house itself was alive, breathing and moving in the stillness of the night. And the noises that filled her home when darkness fell. Whispers that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Footsteps echoing in empty corridors. The soft, chilling laughter of a child bouncing off the walls of her once peaceful sanctuary. Sarah's house, her haven, was transforming into a haunted labyrinth. Every corner held a new chill, every room a fresh terror. It was as if the voicemail had stirred something, awakened something that had lain dormant within the house's walls. The voicemail had been a key, unlocking a Pandora's box of spectral activity. Sarah was living in a real-life horror movie, and the voicemail was just the beginning. As the days turned into weeks, the occurrences became more frequent, more intense. Sarah was caught in a whirlwind of the supernatural, trapped in a house that was no longer a home, but a playground for unseen entities. The voicemail, the haunting words, "Don't come home," had been a warning, a prelude to the chilling reality that was now her life. The answer to the mystery was closer than Sarah could have ever imagined. As the clues began to align, Sarah discovered a chilling truth. Her quaint, idyllic home was built on hallowed ground, a cemetery for souls long departed. The realization sent a shiver down her spine, chilling her to the bone. The strange happenings, the eerie sounds, the unexplainable voicemail, they all began to make a terrifying sense. The spirits were restless, disturbed from their eternal slumber by the living. Sarah spent countless nights poring over old records, town histories, and newspaper clippings. The more she delved into the past, the more the pieces of the puzzle fell into place. Her home, the place of her dreams, was a resting place for those who had passed on. The house was not simply haunted, it was a beacon, a conduit for the souls seeking their lost peace. The voicemail, that spine-chilling message, was not a threat. It was a warning, a plea from the other side. "Don't come home," it had said. The words echoed in Sarah's mind, a ghostly whisper that now held a profound meaning. The spirits were not malevolent. They were merely lost, seeking solace, yearning for tranquility. They did not wish to harm, but to be left undisturbed in their eternal rest. Sarah was not living with ghosts. She was living amongst the disturbed souls, those who had been denied their peace. The voicemail was their voice, their plea to the living world. It was their desperate cry for help, a plea to be acknowledged, to be respected, to be left to rest in peace. In the end, the mystery was not about fear, but about understanding and respect for those who have passed on. It was a reminder that even in death, every soul seeks peace, and that peace is a right that should not be denied. The voicemail was no random occurrence. It was a cry from the unseen, a plea for peace. Sarah's chilling experience leaves us with many questions. As we close the book on this eerie tale, we find ourselves in the shadow of an enigma, an unsolved mystery that sends shivers down our spine. Let's take a step back and look at the events that unfolded. Sarah, a seemingly ordinary woman, found herself at the center of an inexplicable and terrifying ordeal. A single voicemail, 3 words, "Don't come home," spun her life into a whirlwind of fear and uncertainty. Who sent it? What did it mean? These questions have haunted her and us since the very beginning. Sarah bravely faced the inexplicable occurrences in her home. The chilling drafts, the flickering lights, the whispers in the dark, they were enough to make anyone's blood run cold. Yet she stood firm, determined to uncover the truth lurking behind the shadows. The house, a character in its own right, held secrets that remained hidden, whispering through the walls but never revealing their true nature. Despite its haunting aura, it was Sarah's home. It was a place she was connected to, a place she had to protect. However, the source of the voicemail, the origin of the haunting, remains a mystery. Was it a prank gone too far, a technological glitch, or something more sinister? We may never know. And there, in the heart of the unknown, lies the beauty of our tale. It's a story that invites us to speculate, to explore the boundaries of our understanding, and to face the fear of the unknown. So, what are your thoughts? What theories have you conjured? Do you believe Sarah was the victim of a cruel prank, or was there something more supernatural at play? We encourage you to delve into the mystery and leave your ideas in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Until next time, remember, some mysteries are better left unsolved.